All right. I am. Well, good morning. Welcome back, Mid-Missouri. This is a live stream on our website. This is also on YouTube Live if you want. In fact, I will pull up our comment section if you want. If you have any questions about the system that's rolling through the Midwest, I'll pull that up for us, and then we can get a live question and answer going. But what this will be our last live stream, really concerning this winter storm that's moved through and brought us some snow. So I want to first kind of cover what has been really the big story so far this morning. Power outages. Some folks waking up early this morning with no power, which is on a normal day, a bad day for us, but a serious situation for some folks given the temperatures that we've got out across mid-Missouri. Thousands of people between, it looks like Cole County and maybe Camden County, based on the automated data that we have here available to us. Real-time numbers may be a little bit different. So we're just going to quickly run through some tips if something were to happen to you like that throughout the next couple of days, because temperatures are going to be cold all the way into your Christmas weekend. Again, you're going to layer up not just a thick coat, but if you can add a couple layers to it, it'll help you stay warm. If that means you have to do lightweight layers instead of a heavy coat with a couple of layers underneath it, that's a good option. Again, it sounds kind of silly when you think about it. Eat food, right? But it's a good way to keep your energy up, keep your body heat moving. Of course, you want to cover windows if you can't get any sunshine in, or maybe it's a window that doesn't allow sunshine. Maybe it's on the north side of the building. Cover those windows up. Of course, on the sunny side, you may want to let that sun in. It may help warm you up a little bit. But again, if there's no sun, cover them with curtains. It helps keep that heat reserved a little bit better. And then plug drafts, especially at the bottom of doors, because cold air sinks. And then again, a lot of us have maybe at least a little bit of a draft at the bottom of our door if it's not sealed properly. So again, towels work great for that. And again, if you can, keep everyone in the same room. But that's not really what this live stream is about. This live stream is going to be just an overview of where we are with this system. Again, the snow has moved away. We've seen about 1 to 2 inches of snow on the ground in mid-Missouri. It's been a pretty dry, drifty snow, and now the cold is setting in. Here's a look at temperatures across the Midwest, across the country really. Here in the Midwest, we're in the heart of it. Some of the coldest air, about 10 degrees, 15 degrees away from the coldest air in the lower 48. That has plunged well down into mid-Missouri here. A gift from the North Pole a little early this season. Temperatures right now setting up in the single digits. Again, if you're just joining us, we're on a live stream. This should be on our website and also on YouTube. And I will be answering questions here towards the end. Yeah, so if you have questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try to get back to them. We're not expecting any more snow anytime soon, so this is going to be largely about the cold air. Wind chills right now in the 20 to 30 below range. That's dangerous. That puts you at frostbite in around, we'll say 10 to 20 minutes. That will jump up to about 20 to 25 minutes as we head throughout the day, as we start to get temperatures to warm a little bit. We're keeping wind throughout the day today. It's going to be a windy one. Winds sustained currently in that 20 mile per hour range, but notice the direction it's moving in from here. It's moving in from the northwest and blowing towards the east, generally the southeast. And that's important because of this one feature that the cold air is really kind of creating here at the Lake of the Ozarks this morning. It's still ongoing. We've seen this for the past couple of hours. You see a little bit of steam here on the water. Well, that's what we call steam fog. What we've got going on is some Arctic air blowing over some, we'll say, lukewarm water, but relatively speaking, compared to the air, it's a lot of warmth that this cold air is blowing over, and that's creating a little bit of fog. And what we're likely going to see is more of that throughout the morning. And what's happening, again, you get that cold air to kind of blow over the warm water, and you start to see a little bit of reaction between the two. And you see the fog form. Essentially what you see first is evaporation. The water starts to evaporate. You see a little bit of warming of that air above the water as it condenses, and you get fog. And so the fog right now is what we're seeing blowing right there across the water. Interesting look. Earlier this morning, you started to see that kind of lift and turn into maybe a little bit of cloud cover on satellite. Notice around the Lake of the Ozark area, you see that there. Maybe over towards the Mississippi River as well. Any body of water, any moisture source essentially is kind of what you're seeing. And of course, as the sun comes up, that becomes a little less visible. You can kind of see that here on visible satellite. Just a little bit better with these streamlines. You can really see them out over Illinois where it's much cloudier than it is here locally. Here locally, we're still dealing with quite a bit of sunshine compared to our friends over towards the east. Anyway, cold air settles in here today. Again, still, it's another cold one. Temperatures near zero. It's looking like a little bit of a brighter day today than yesterday, but that doesn't help our temperatures a whole lot. We'll say mostly sunny to partly cloudy conditions. And then as you look towards the evening hours, we'll likely see a trend towards some clearer skies, and that will stick with us through early tomorrow morning. So clear skies eventually went out, and we're looking sunnier heading into your Saturday. That and a little bit of a relaxation in the wind helps our wind chill value into Saturday afternoon. Excuse me. This is what our wind chills look like throughout the day today. Still about 20 below. Heading into tomorrow, we'll start to see those wind chills improve a little bit. Still 20 below, roughly give or take, as we head throughout the early morning hours, but tomorrow afternoon, we get back towards the positive single digits, which is a big climb for us. Excuse me. So throughout the day today, we're going to likely be in that 20 to 25 minute range when it comes to wind chills, with that 20 to 30 degree below zero wind chill. 20 to 25 minutes before you start to see frostbite set in on your uncovered skin. So that's going to mean gloves are imperative, hats especially with your ears. Ears are a little more exposed there. So again, that's going to be a concern if you're out today. Now, fast forwarding a little bit, as I mentioned, we see that cold improve a little bit. Heading into Saturday, it improves by a big margin. Heading into Sunday, we get back up into the 20s real temperature wise, and so that's going to be a little bit of wind shifting in out of the south ahead of our next system. So that's Christmas, right? Christmas morning, we're a little warmer in the 20s. Christmas afternoon, that's ahead of this next cold front that rolls in Christmas night into Monday morning. And it looks like it's going to leave us alone on Christmas. So the snow that's here on the ground is what we see on Christmas, because again, we're staying below freezing and we don't see any more snow. But we do have another system coming for likely early Monday. So we'll call it early next week. And it passes by largely to our northeast, but we get in potentially on a little bit of the action. And that's kind of what we're expecting for early next week. Now, there's a lot of uncertainty surrounding this. We're still a few days out. So there's still a few questions to be answered. Currently, this is where our confidence stands on the system. As far as amounts, and that's our shovel. As far as our amounts, it's a fairly low confidence. We may not see any accumulation. That's still a possibility, but we're trending towards low accumulations. And as we look towards icy or snowy, that's low confidence as well, because what we are confident about is our temperature range will be close to the freezing mark. And so we find ourselves potentially on either side of a system that could bring us some snow or maybe a little rain-snow mix. That's something that we're watching for. Okay, so that could change as we head forward. We're also fairly higher in confidence on our temperatures because compared to the system that we just saw move through, we're more confident this is not going to leave us in such extreme cold. This is not another push of Arctic air. What we're watching is a fast-moving clipper system. It's not a big organized upper level low, and so it's moving fast. The chance of accumulation is a little lower. Also, we're not maybe in the best spot for accumulation, but again, what we do know is that we're looking warmer beyond this system heading into next week. We're not getting another push of Arctic air. We are dealing with that today. Here's a look at future track wind chills throughout the day, again keeping us at about 15 to 20 below zero. And that's going to be the case for you today. Heading into the next couple of days, we're looking at similarly cold conditions, but slight improvements. So we've got a weather alert day in effect for the cold today and Saturday. Sunday morning is the last segment of our weather alert day, really wrapping that up, but I want you to know that it could be pretty cold if you're getting out early Sunday morning. We're looking at slight improvements temperature-wise, but with single-digit temperatures. Granted, the winds are relaxed Sunday morning, but with single-digit temperatures, as you're heading out the door early Sunday, going to be a dangerous one, so you're not going to want to be out, tossing the football with friends and family. You're going to want to be bundled up inside. Monday, we get warmer. We're back near freezing. That's the questionable temperature for folks, of course, with that next round of precipitation coming in. Right now, we're leaning towards a little bit of snow. Again, accumulations don't look incredibly impactful, but being so close to Christmas, and a lot of folks are going to be traveling for the holiday. So I stress that it's important to pay attention to the forecast as we get closer. Heading into next week, though, things are generally looking warmer. We may very well see 50s by the middle to end of next week. And yeah, that's about it. So let me wrap up here. We are, again, live on YouTube, live on Facebook, live on our website. We may not be on Facebook. Again, this is the last live stream of this. Really, the main event has passed. The storm has really passed. We're just talking about cold. So we're doing one more live stream to kind of wrap this up this morning, just to kind of give you the latest. Again, it's going to be cold all the way through the rest of the weekend. Bundle up. Be prepared to stay warm. Spend some time with your friends and family. Enjoy the holidays. Stay safe. And see everyone next year, of course. You don't want to get stuck out in the cold this weekend. So don't have any questions in the live chat. So for now, we're going to go ahead and leave you with the 7-day. Thank you again for watching. And again, you can find a replay of this on our YouTube channel.